opening prayer.
Thank you for listening. Mercy, make everything beautiful one time, and this is our ability. Prayer to manage the program to us in this very beginning, and every single activity. Pray that we direct that first place program and let it be a memorable one for us. We hope and believe that and the time this program ends, every single one of us will be satisfied because of the presence and the us. We thank you. We glorify the name of Jesus.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Gabriel. I would like to use this opportunity to appreciate the presence of Mr. Kwame Opon Team. He is the Director of Agribusiness from Ministry of Trade and Industry. Mr. Kwame, can you give us a wave? We also have Mr. Abdul Rahman Mumi. He is the Deputy Director, MSME Development. He is the Deputy Director for MSME Development Directorate for GE, that is Ghana Enterprise Agency. And then we have the Deputy Ambassador of High Commission of Togo, Mr. Ewell.
Grateful you were able to make it a point to attend this event. So we are extremely excited, and I would love to talk about the theme that we have chosen or what we are here to do. As the president of the African Entrepreneurship Academy, I'm thrilled to see many passionate individuals gathered here today to shape the future of Africa. Let me take a brief moment, and I said over the years we have worked tirelessly to equip African entrepreneurs with skills, knowledge, and networks needed to succeed in the global economy. And we are proud of our partnership with Montville International University College. Our Chancellor of the Montville International University College, which is Dr. Alex Apia Koranti, will be with us very soon. He is an astute public policy expert who has worked with the World Bank across the world, as a director in several offices across the world. He's in the building and he'll join us very, very soon. I want to talk a little bit about Africa. Africa is a land of immense potential. And it is said that we are a population of over 1.4 billion people, representing a vast market over $2.5 trillion. And it is said that Africa is the youngest continent. It means that we have over 60% of our population under the age of 25. And this demographic dividend presents a unique opportunity for growth and development. It is also a threat, because if you don't find hands for this over 60% young people, they become a threat to you rather. So the work for us in Africa cannot be understated. It means that for all of us in leadership, in public policy, and in any field, or especially the elderly in Africa.
Treat all of us to at least get to know someone before we leave here. Thank you. So we now got into a very important part of the ceremony. It is now time for our keynote address. We are privileged to host a man whose work sits at the intersection of trade, agribusiness, and industry. His works include shaping the policies that determine how African businesses grow and expand. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Kwame Opon Team. He is the Director of Agribusiness for Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry.
Especially after peace and the state to grow and growth marks of quality, standards, branding, innovation, their activities. agencies, including Ghana Enterprise Agency, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Ghana Salary Authority, Ghana Fuel Authority, and Ghana Investment Promotion Center are well positioned to support the private sector, especially young entrepreneurs, women-led entities, and agriculture sectors. To our entrepreneurs, SMEs, and innovators that I wish to offer a few questions that I believe will serve you well on your journey. First, see yourself not merely as a local community, but as African enterprises. Your key market is 4 countries, not just 1 country. Second, use technology, whether in marketing or business, finance or data, competence of the model, creator. Third, those strong measures. This is not yet for the same, it is for connecting, collaborating, and forming partnerships. Fourth, invest in quality and standards. To trade across borders, your products must meet the expectations of international and regulators. Finally, scale of mission. African entrepreneurs must not be afraid to grow, dream big, and lead global brands that originate from the continent. As always, innovation, and capital, and collaboration, the leaders.
Held by Mr. Wilson Kafi, Mr. Kwame Obong will join him, Mr. Abdul Rahman Mumin from the GEA will also join him. So, ladies and gentlemen, this includes a question and answer session. So, we encourage your active participation in this session.
So we have activities or interventions that we recruit masterclass persons. So individuals or entrepreneurs that need support from us, they apply through our online portal. So these masterclass persons are matched against the applicants. So they are given this kind of technical trainings. They also have other type of interventions that we call agribusiness support services, whereby people that are interested in going undertaking activities under the agri sector, either direct production or processing or any kind of value addition. We also match them to technical service providers to train them. Afterwards, we have entrepreneurship training, we have the technical training, we have, they have to pitch their ideas, then we give them some kind of startup.
That's the important part, the money.
Yes.
So do you provide money for entrepreneurs?
Yeah, we have different interventions or projects that we are implementing. There are some that we give you fiscal cash, and there are some that we finance your business idea for you.
So is there grants that you offer them? You give them some grants?
Yes, we give grants, and we also provide loans as well.
Brilliant. So let me go straight to my first question. And I want Mr. Kwame to say, I say I'm getting it right. Kwame, right? That's why God is also a Saturday born. I'll say God is a Friday born. Okay. So what specific initiatives are your agencies or ministries implementing to support entrepreneurs in accessing regional and global markets? Because what we are talking about today is unlocking the African market for our entrepreneurs, how they can trade with our brothers in Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Nigeria. Are there any initiatives that the ministry is putting together to help our entrepreneurs?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. What I would say is that the emergence of after,
Yeah.
realize that there is a need to strategize. And to have a good strategy, you need a very good policy. So we are reviewing all our policies, the trade and the industrial policies, to seize the current trend of doing business. That is why we are trying to see how best we can have a whole commission responsible for business reforms.
Okay.
So if you heard of Yara in a speech, That is what we intend doing.
Okay.
And then also we realize that most of our businesses are in the agribusiness sector. Most of them are there.
Yeah.
But they are doing things in a fragmented way. So the creation of the agribusiness directorate in the ministry is trying to come up with a policy,
Okay.
agribusiness policy, which we are still in consultation. We are like to release on Tuesday, Northern Girls, Tamale.
Okay.
And then on Friday, we are going to that will be the last release, and then we do the validation. And in these policies, we are looking at how to enforce standards. But we realize that sometimes people are not able to compete in the global market because their rules don't meet international standards. Sometimes the book itself is quality.
Yeah.
Even the packaging.
The packaging, yeah.
The packaging alone will turn off consumer. So we are looking at how we can look at all those things. Then even where these things are produced or processed, buying palm oil, go and see the environment. Then one person sees the wicked video and blue bar, then everybody wants to buy it. So what we are trying to do is to build the policies to take care of all these little challenges that we have as far as our production levels are concerned.
Okay. Okay. GA, is there any initiative from the agency to help entrepreneurs in accessing regional markets? Yeah.
Yes, GA is implementing policies like that. So, for instance, we have a policy that we call Progressive License Scheme, whereby enterprises that need export support,
Okay.
but they lack this regulatory certification. For instance, for you to be able to export, you need certification from Ghana Standards Authority.
Yeah.
And if you are into the food and medicinal products, you also need certification from Food and Drugs Authority. So GEA, we train them and also support them to register their businesses. And some of them, we bear part of the cost of the registration.
Okay.
And some of them, we sponsor the registration fully.
Okay.
For instance, we have a project that we call Business in a Box. For the Business in a Box, all clients or MSMEs that enroll into it, we support them to register the Food and Drugs Authority as well as Ghana Standards Authority, as well as Office of the Registrar of Companies, if their business is not already registered. We bear all this cost for them.
Okay.
And all these are attempts or interventions that we are implementing to make them export ready and export compliant. Because for you to be able to export, you have to meet these regulations. So those are some of the things that we have.
Okay. Is there any project or program that sends selected entrepreneurs to an African country to showcase their products or services, organized by either the Ministry of Trade or an agency under them?
Ghana Export
Promotion, yeah. GEPA, yes. Yeah.
Have some ruler of so sometimes they go out to do fairs, and through these fairs, some businesses are taken along to go and showcase their products. Please help the mic.
I think the mic here.
What I'm saying is that Ghana Export Promotion Authority organize fairs outside the country. They go to other countries. I think this year they've been to China, they've been to South Africa, and then I think Germany also. So what they do is they select some companies or MSMEs, take them along, they go and then showcase their products. If you go to Kenya, for instance, we have Ghana market.
Okay.
South Africa, they've created one there. So you go, you showcase your products, and then through that, people outside the country can see you all over the world. And then if they are interested in your product, then you can start exporting if you are not already an exporter.
Okay.
But the difficulty we have is the capacity of most of our entrepreneurs. So that's why GEA is coming in to build capacity to ensure that they meet the standards. Because sometimes it is painful for you to ship your goods from here to, let's say, Europe, to get there and they say it is below standards, so they will not allow you to offload it onto their market. Then you have to bring it back. You understand? So now we are trying to have this business regulatory reform commission to ensure that you have a one-stop shop. When you come and doesn't meet the standard, there's somebody there right to tell you. When you come and the packaging doesn't meet, we tell you that no, your packaging, go and work on it before you even go to the market. Because we've realized a lot of people are losing money because of these simple things. It doesn't meet standards. They force their way through. We all know we are in Ghana. I will not pretend. Sometimes institution A says that you don't meet the standard. They will circumvent, go through certain people. But when it gets to Europe, whether we certify it here or not, they will also check. So that is why it is important for us to build their capacity, for them to understand what pertains there and what is required of them, so that you avoid all these bottlenecks.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think one of our top agribusiness women, she produces lots of fufu powder, etc. Miena Foods. She made a post recently where she said that her fufu powder was rejected, I think in Europe, and even the Ghana Food and Drugs Authority also found cyanide and other, because of the galamsey, because she sources her raw materials from the eastern region, and that's the plantain and then the cassava. So all those things were rejected, and that was really, really sad for her. And she was really, really sad because she lost a lot of markets because of that. But you made mention of Ghana Export Promotion Authority and what they are doing. But I have seen a lot of their work is to Europe and Asia and all those things. What about our friends in Togo, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina? We are just a border across, but we are not making effort to jump that one first, or we think the market is not there.
Okay, thank you for that question. I will first say that the market is there.
Okay.
But there are a lot of barriers among ourselves.
Okay.
And all these things as a result of the colonialization or the colonialism that we experience. The French-speaking countries prefer doing business with the French countries.
Okay.
And then the Anglophones also prefer doing business. Language barrier is also one of them.
Okay.
I remember my first day in China.
Me, how?
Yes.
You don't know.
When I went to France first time, it wasn't of much difficulty because at least, although my French teacher was very wicked and we didn't like French, but the little things, when they speak and you can't even respond, you understand.
Yeah.
So you can act. But going to China, you don't know anything. You don't understand anything. And even the color itself, your color itself, is very intimidating. So it is the same thing we are experiencing here. But however, after it's trying very hard to curtail the barriers to ensure that we trade among ourselves, because we've seen that is the only way Africa can move forward. And we are about 1.4 billion.
the second or so, if not second, at least third. Yeah, because you take India, then maybe probably China may come, and then we are there. So the market is very vast, and our production levels are not that much. So we can at least trade among ourselves, and then reduce some of these capital flight and other things that our companies experience. Because most of these companies, don't forget that initially most of these companies were European companies. So they come and set up here. Their focus
is on the European market.
Because they don't have the raw materials there, they come and produce here and want to ship it there. But now that we are getting some local companies, like Ghanaian-owned companies, I think they are now, understanding why we need to trade among ourselves.
Fortunately, we have our friends from Togo here. So the Togo embassy is here. We have the deputy ambassador here.
For Ghana and Togo, I don't think there's much of a challenge.
Yes.
Because Ghana and Togo, we are one.
Yes.
You go to Volta region, some place.
Yes, I was speaking away with
somebody lives in Togo, schools in Ghana. Somebody lives in Ghana, schools in Togo. So for us, we are siblings.
But we are still not trading as we should trade properly.
That is what I've earlier alluded to, the fact that most of these companies that operate here are not African-owned companies.
Okay.
And their focus, for instance, the Indians buy a lot of cashew from Ghana. And they are not looking at any place in Nigeria or whatever. They are looking at India.
Yeah, India.
The Chinese come, they do their productions. Now, Chinese are in Afram Plains doing cassava plantation for ethanol and other things. When they finish, they send everything back to China. So until we grow our own industries, we are going to have some of these challenges. That is why the government is trying hard to see how best they can set up the Ghanaian businesses, give them the needed resources so that at least they can also compete. Recently, Dr. Kofi Amwabin told the president that there's a need for us to build our own billionaires here. Because in China, I read the speech of Xi Jinping in 2018. Then he said he wants to produce 200 billionaires every year. You see, so once they are doing everything deliberate to create billionaires, they will have the world in their palm and control it as and when they want. But we are rather not doing it. Whenever there is a little switch, people try to, pull down successful businessmen and try and come up. So every day, you see somebody at ground 5. The next day, you see him at 1, and then another gets to 5. So there's a need for us to have that deliberateness of creating our own entrepreneurs, and it is through that can help us. You made mention of the cyanide. Yes. There's research that shows that most of the areas around the Galamsey endemic regions are experiencing this. And it's very pathetic. So we are trying to see how best we can resolve this, because it has gotten to a level that if you are not careful, you can't even eat anything from our own soil. And I did a research. My master of laws is in natural resources. So I did a research on the Brim River, whether it's been compromised with the activities of the Galamseyers. The first year I went to Ghana Water to collect data. When I saw the samples, I wept.
You knew your research is already done.
Yes. The level of metals in the water is too high. And they have to purify water through about 6 steps before it becomes potable for human, consumption. So it's a challenge. But as we have realized that the only way to go is agriculture, the president has received a lot of intelligence with regard to this Galamsey and its threat to our survival.
Okay.
So we will definitely work on that.
GA, do you have anything for us? Especially trading in Togo. Recently, Togo had their major trade fair. Was it last week? There was a major trade fair last week in Togo, right? In Lomé. They had a major fair in Lomé, right? I didn't see any effort by Ghanaian entrepreneurs to go there and exhibit.
Yes, in Ghana here, we do a lot of things in the quiet. For instance, the agency mandated to promote this kind of export trade is the Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
Okay.
So what we GA does is we are in touch with most of the micro and small scale micro, small, and medium scale enterprises and entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So anytime there's an export market or a trade show, a trade fair held in any country worldwide, these agencies normally contact us. So if you are aware of any export-ready client or MSME, we will recommend them to GEPA.
Okay.
And we've been doing that. And even there are instances that GEA sponsors some of the MSMEs to participate in trade exhibitions.
Okay.
Yeah. And then one other intervention that we do is that this GEPA, GIPC, GEA, we all work under MOTAI, the Ministry of Trade.
Okay.
And anytime there's an intervention that they realize that we have an input, we go to make that input. And with that, we are able to, recommend so many of these MSMEs that qualify for such interventions to them, and they are able to project them across the globe.
So next year, for instance, we are working on organizing a fair in either Togo or Benin for our entrepreneurs. It's going to be our 3-day fair. So we are taking our entrepreneurs there to set up a Ghana fair there. I think we'll call on GEA to help out with some of the entrepreneurs that are export ready, as you said. Okay. So just a final question to the two of you. What advice would you give to entrepreneurs who are looking to expand their businesses into other African countries? And what resources are available to support them to navigate the regulatory and compliance requirements?
I will say that the first thing they need to do is to research. Research is very important. Sometimes people just start businesses without knowing the market availability. Then they will come and tell you that, when I do it, they don't even buy. So you need to research and know what the people want.
So
and know what problem.
Is that what our farmers are going through?
A lot of them are going. If you remember, not long ago, there was a sunflower farm.
Yeah.
And almost half of people in Eastern region who were into farming stopped their vegetable farming and went to sunflower. And nobody came to buy it. So they lost. And they were all over complaining. You understand? So it's good to do research, to even know, if you are a farmer, to know the right breed to plant.
Exactly.
And if you are an entrepreneur, if you are producing, like I said earlier, Nokia died because of some of these research and development issues. Look at the market. You know that now a lot of people, you are into fabric or garment manufacturing. A lot of people are wearing political suits. Then you are sewing agbada. You go, nobody will buy it. So if you are going to Togo, you should research and know what Togo market
is looking for.
I was in India recently, and their rice exporters, they told me that for Ghanaians, they like perfume rice.
Okay.
So if you want to export rice to Ghana, you should do perfume. However, the same people, they said in Cameroon also, Cote d'Ivoire, they don't like the perfume.
Okay.
So if you are producing, you should know that you are producing for a particular market. So you have to do your research and know what you are doing. If you are a poultry processor in Ghana, you know that KFC, for instance, they buy broilers that are not more than 6 weeks. You go and buy 100,000 best at a go, and they need maybe 10,000 of 6 weeks old every month. How are you going to? You see, so you need to do your research and know that because they take maybe every week they will take from me, I need to have first week, second week. So by the time the 6th week mature, the 5th week will be ready for the next week. Then the 4th week will be ready in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So you need to have all these things in place before you can succeed as a businessman.
So research is critical.
Very, very, very critical. Very critical. Then also, as an entrepreneur, you are growing a brand. You are growing a brand. And once you are growing a brand, you have to be very, very honest. If you realize that, why do you think Toyota and other car manufacturing companies do recall? That, oh, we've detected some brake failure within some batches, we'll bring it. It's about trust. So, if you want to succeed, once you are building a brand, you need to be trusted. And you can only be trusted if you are honest. Oh, sorry, this produce that I supplied this time had this. Okay, I realize that most of the biscuits have broken. So we are sorry. Let's give you some discount. There's no need to argue. Sometimes we know that we did wrong, but we don't want to concede and apologize. As a business person, you need to do that. And if you are a marketing person, the customer is always right. You understand? Because you need the customer more than he needs you, because he can go to other producers. So we have to be very strategic and deliberate in our efforts to penetrate the market, to beat competition, and so on. So you can't compete if you have not done your research well.
I think some years ago, we met some cassava farmers in Western North, and they were complaining about access to markets because they all farm cassava. And the challenge they were having was that when it's time to harvest, there was nobody to buy the cassava. So they'll sell one whole aboboya of cassava at 70 Ghana cedis. Loaded, 70, 100 cedis. And I was asking them that, so what are they doing? They said there's nothing they can do. They are harvesting it and selling at that price for the chop bars so that they can have the land free to plant another cassava, which next year they'll still go through the same cycle. And I realized that the challenge was with variety.
Variety, yes.
So there was no research on which variety has the market value. So then we connected them to an ethanol factory in the Volta region, and they brought their variety to them. And the factory would even pay for the year in advance and all those. And it changed the lives of those cassava farmers. So like you said, research is important, and that is a very good advice. GA.
Yes, one issue that I also had to add to what the director is saying is, this access to market for cassava tin, there are instances that there's a market somewhere we are not aware.
Yeah.
The market needs your raw materials. But because we are not aware, for instance, currently, we have these facilities that we call common user facilities or enable youth factories. There are about 57 of them that Rural Enterprises Program supported to be established all across the country. And most of these factories are underperforming now. So those facilities are to be handed over to the MOTAI, effectively 31st of this month. So those facilities are underperforming because they are not getting adequate or enough raw materials, especially cassava, to produce at their peak. So I see that challenge to be like a challenge of the value chain not being so well developed.
Okay.
Here is the case: we have farmers that are producing, they are not getting market. We also have factories that are also underperforming. They are not getting adequate raw materials to be in operation all year round.
But that's a business idea. That is a hole that an entrepreneur can easily tap into.
Yes.
To see how to connect producers.
Yes.
With those who are looking for the raw materials. Yes.
I know there's also this issue about this digitalization. The digital technology has come to stay, and we entrepreneurs have to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
For instance, there's this application that has been developed. They call it Ghana Entrepreneurship Policy Chatbots.
Okay.
So if you log on into that app, you are able to ask questions and get real-time answers on everything about the business environment and opportunities in Ghana.
Okay.
We call it Ghana Entrepreneurship Policy Chatbots. Everything about any of these institutions promoting business development. You ask the question, immediately you get a response.
Okay.
Opportunities in Ghana or opportunities Ghanaians can take advantage of, they're all in there.
Okay. All right.
We just need to build our capacity more on how to use these digital technologies to be able to network even across or beyond the country.
Okay. All right. So I want to open the floor for just 2 questions from our participants on this topic. So just 2 questions. So I have 1. Hey, I said 2, so I have 3. Let me just entertain the 3. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I want to thank AEA for this opportunity. I saw the flyer on Facebook. I'm coming from Upper East region. Yes, so that is what we call burning desire. Yeah, it's a burning desire. And so far, so good. I think my problem is half solved. And I'm happy, yes, that you put these 2 teams together. I'm into system value chain. And last month, we were called from GIPA. Some buyers came from Israel. They were looking for sesame to buy. And we met them. Sesame. And the demand for us was kind of, they need 100 tons minimum per every month. And talking of quality, the standard they were looking for, we could not get, because the purification machines that we need to use to do the sorting, the cleaning, the bagging, and everything, we don't have them. And there's the case. As a startup in Ghana, to get a capital or to get money to start something is very difficult. Especially when it comes to farming. Banks think that farming is a rich place to bet or to loan, because normally they say if you give your money to a farmer, start recording as a bad debt, which is one of the biggest things that as a startup we face. Now we don't have the money. I'm frustrated because of that. We don't have the money to buy the machinery. Here is the buyer. He said, even if you have the machines that can do the purification, I'm going to give you 50% cash in advance to go and solve the raw materials to start the purification. How is the government going to help us as a startup?
That we support startups. Especially this project that I talk about, the business in a box. So the business in a box, we have interventions for agribusinesses. But there's a caveat here, which is for you to assess, especially we have a component for grants. But you need to fall within the age bracket of 18 to 35 years to qualify.
Why? Why 35?
It's for youth. Because it's a donor-funded
now we are
project.
all old men.
It's a donor-funded project, but that's one of the conditions. But there's other support systems that we have. We have another support that we call MBA.
Okay.
Business Acceleration Support. Whereby if you are an existing business and you need support to be able to accelerate your business, to expand, to become export ready, to benefit from the export market, that support system is also there. But sometimes programs like this, we only need to give you brief on those interventions. But if you need to understand it more, then you have to come to the office. So that's why I started by saying that we have offices dotted in every district in the country. So just go to the nearest business resource center or business advisory center. You can sit with the officer, you get more information on how to access this kind of supports. Then another issue is that a lot of people do not understand or appreciate what our high commissions and embassies do or are supposed to do for us. The high commissions that we have in countries and embassies, their purpose is to promote the interests of Ghana in those countries.
Yeah.
Our business communities or chamber of commerce and those kind of things are not adequately utilizing them. Those associations that we have, they are supposed to partner with them to promote those kind of businesses in those countries.
In those countries.
For instance, if you realize that in Israel, there's high demand for sesame, and you also have it in large numbers here, all that you need to do is to cooperate with the Ghana embassy there through maybe the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to organize exhibitions.
I think they were lucky. The Israel guys came. They
Yes.
came here and they have the offers for our people.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That we have this kind of progressive licensing scheme whereby we support people to meet the regulatory requirements.
Okay.
So if you need FDA certification, you need even after all those interventions are there. So that's what I'm saying, that I recommend that you come to the nearest BAC or BRC. They'll be able to discuss this one in depth.
I also want you to get in touch with us. We'll connect you to Access Bank. They have an amazing facility for people who want to go into anything agribusiness, farming, with I think it's just about 2% annual interest at Access Bank. So we have assisted some of our entrepreneurs to access that facility with them. So we can assist you to have that facility. So thank you so much for moving from Upper East, right? Upper East region. Wow. Sandema to be precise. Your lunch is on me. Okay? All right. You wanted to add something?
Yeah, I wanted to say that Exim Bank,
Yeah,
Ghana Exim Bank is also there. What you have to do is to put a proposal together. Then let them know what you want to. At first, the requirement wasn't that strict as it is now because of the dishonesty you're talking about. People take their loan, they don't pay. You can't find them again. So now they are a bit rigorous. Before you secure it, you have to go through a lot of KYC.
Yeah. And I also recommend you don't go as an individual. You go as a cooperative. So if you have friends that are into the same agribusiness, the same farming, bring them together. So if you approach these institutions, it's easier to get them as a team or as a group than as an individual. Okay. So thank you. We'll talk so much after the program. Thank you very much. Next question. Yes, sir. Then Mr. Francis. Yes.
Thank you. My name is Bruce from Frank Advice. I want to ask, in a conversation, I didn't hear anything about intellectual property and trademarking. Right. A couple of months ago, we had a workshop at the CSR set at Xiaxi, where it was about intellectual property. You mentioned the Chinese. I hear now that Chinese are even doing gari in our shopping malls. We have their garis in our shopping malls. Meanwhile, the soil in China cannot plant gari.
It does.
So what I heard, I have not confirmed, but what I heard when I saw their product, what I heard was that when they bring their machines and their containers for the galamsey, they excavate some of our topsoils away. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is. But my question is, what is government doing? Because when you look at the intellectual property aspect, most of our businesses are not taking advantage of that. So the Chinese are able to penetrate our country, do our businesses, own them. The research shows that even our own business that we are doing here, they have placed intellectual property on some of the business ideas that we own here as Ghanaians. So moving forward, what are we doing as agencies to help our business? We are talking about Togo and Benin. How can we protect our business interests so that our SMEs and our entrepreneurs don't lose our business ideas to some of these foreign internationals? All right.
Thank you for the question, but it looks like you are veering off a bit. You are going to legalities. Once intellectual property comes in, it is a copyright and so on. It's with the Attorney General and it's not with trade. What we can do is to probably just suggest to you that if you have any product, you go there and then see how best. Even ORC can help you with that because they are all under the same Attorney General's department. When you go, they will assist you as to how you go about the copyright, whether it's a trademark or whatever. So that is it.
Okay.
But sometimes even our own people, when you tell them to do some of these regulatory checks, they don't want to do it. But you can't eat your cake and have it. You want to protect something for your great-grandchildren who may not even come and meet you.
Yeah.
And yet, you don't want to do it.
Spend on it.
That is what this woman, the Veronica Bucket woman,
Yeah.
she did. And then COVID came, and the whole world was using Veronica Bucket, but she didn't get a peswa. If she had, gone for that trademark, rights,
Yeah.
she would have made billions of dollars.
Yeah.
But because she didn't do it. So sometimes it may be expensive now, but it will be rewarding in future.
Yeah.
So you have to, if it is your own product, genuinely from your own, innovations, you have to register it. You know how much will even less than your phone, the cost of your phone. And that is what we don't understand as business people. I started doing my business in Mokola somewhere 2013 thereabouts. I sold my car and walked because I had a shop. I had no money to take goods in. So I had to sell my car. 12,000 those days. Corolla. Then I started with it as a seed money. Then later on, I got people who were giving me goods on credit. So you can't start business and live in luxury. You have to sacrifice. Even if you have to wear one dress, wear it. A time will come, those who will be mocking at you will see you and they will be surprised. So let's try and make some sacrifices for our businesses, especially those who come out with innovations. Otherwise, somebody will just take it with peanuts, and forever you become the person. You see the A1 bread, how it came into prominence. You understand? So if it's a product you want to hold on to it, but make sure you put all the legal structures in place so that nobody takes it away from you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Can we have Francis giving us the last question? Francis, the last question, and then we end this session. Yes.
All right, please, I want to thank AEA for this opportunity. First of all, personally, I'm not into products, so I'm asking this question for a friend. Now, I think you have mentioned, Mr. Kwame has mentioned most of my points. He mentioned Kenya, he also mentioned the export. Now, 2 months ago, I had a talk with one of my friends who is into fashion. So he sews kaftan, political suit. He has clients in Kenya. Actually, I helped him start the whole business about 4 years ago. So the business has grown from his bedroom. Now he has a whole house he has rented as a facility. But he has some clients from Kenya that used to buy. So when he heard about your export promotion, Ghana market in Kenya, he decided to partner. But he had a very terrible experience. So I'm trying to talk to people how people can improve that particular package for them. One is that the goods, he used his own capital to produce all the goods, more than 100,000. And the time the goods were supposed to arrive in Kenya delayed so much, the goods delayed so much, and the customers were even tired. When the goods arrived there, they increased the price. I know it's business for the government to actually help them, so they have to add something to it. So the margin they have put on it was so high. So the Kenyans, they couldn't afford his product. Now his capital was stuck. And he was very disturbed because around that time he was looking for funds because he pumped so much money into the woods because he was so excited about the whole package. So he was very frustrated, and I have to try to help him to source out some funds. So I want to ask, so there are two things. One is time, the timing of delivery. So if people bring the package or the product to you, when are those products delivered to the client there? Second one is the pricing. If they bring the price, the product, how you put price it in, for example, in Kenya market or US, or it's very important so that other people competing with them will not outcompete them because of their price and their monies will be starved. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think this is more of a suggestion than a question.
How are you going to do that?
No, okay. If you listen to the 2026 budget, there's a whole session on garments and textiles. That is the newest kid in town, where there has been a lot of allocations. So we are going to also concentrate on garments because we realize that a lot of people prefer garments that are from Ghana. However, the trade barriers, as you mentioned, is also one thing that we are taking it seriously with after. And on the 8th and 9th, there will be some trade consultations in Ethiopia with regard to some of these things. And I think now Africans are gradually becoming awake. And I think when we push it further, in not too distant future, we'll be able to, circumvent some of these challenges and then get things done in the right way.
Okay. So
thank you very much.
It's much easier to export to even Europe, to UK, than to export to Kenya as Africans. And that is the sad part of it. So, the infrastructure
is also a challenge, serious challenge. You see, President Mahama is talking about expressway. I even think we should have railway network that link the African countries. You go to China, from one province to the other is over 1,000 kilometers. In 3 hours, 30 minutes, you are there. You understand? So we need to, take this serious if we really want to trade among ourselves. Because you take articulated track, for Togo, they are our neighbors, so it's easy to get there. But to go to Nigeria, it will take days. To go to Niger, it will take days. If you are not careful, you get there and the goods have gone bad.
Yeah.
So the infrastructure is also a serious challenge. But I think with the upcoming consultations, we will see how best we can.
Okay. So we are extremely grateful for our panel. I'm grateful for the knowledge shared. Like you said, this is just snippets of what we can do. If you want to know more, please visit the offices of GEA. In the districts, they are there as BRCs and then BACs. Please visit them and get more information about your business and how to grow them using the government agencies. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Power.
BTA Entrepreneurship Cohort for coming and organizing the program. Due to the question, I would love to answer it. When it comes to entrepreneurship, it doesn't have any needs. It's all about building yourself, doing what you want. And concerning Togo and Ghana, they are like family. There's no, they're like one. There's no really any gap that gives to Togo and Ghana. So we working here for Burkina Faso and all the other countries around, we want to just do a trade that will help all.
All right, thank you for that. In that same vein, we want to ask this simple question. Entrepreneurship and intertrade and small and medium scale businesses support. In your view, what is the specific bilateral opportunities or the core opportunities that exist between us? Because you are from the embassy. We know that the businesses that are here in Ghana that want to transcend to Togo would need to have what we are actually experiencing, that is English translation, because products that are sent from here to that side, even though we don't have that barrier, we have that language sitting between us that is causing us not to really trade accordingly. In your own view, what do you think the Togo embassy is doing? Because even with you here, we have to have a translator translate for you. So how is that going to minimize the conversation or going to help us expand within Togo? If we have to migrate from here to Togo and from Togo to Ghana, how do we get to do that from your embassy, in your own view?
I'm laughing because I would like to try to speak English. You know, the representative of the Minister of Trade, when he was speaking, he talked about the language. We have to do effort in all of the Africa to have our own language, the 1, 2, or 3 language. Then you have to speak together. Then it will be.
Most of our entrepreneurs needs push-up. Sometimes they don't want loan, but they want grants. So most of them fight between loans and grants. My question is, Fido, do you give grants or is solely loans?
For now, we do loans. We also have savings products and the rest. But because Fido is a global company, it's not only in Ghana. We are in Zambia, we are in Ghana, we are in South Africa, and our engineering teams in Israel. Because we're a global company, we normally get global organizations partnering with us. As we speak, the United Nations Children's
UNICEF.
Yes, it's a partnership with a unit under fee that they are taking a project, they are working on a project currently. So we normally get these kind of partnerships with global organizations. So so when these things come our way, it's always easier to pass them on to our partners more than someone we don't go for. So so this is what we do now, but then there's also the chance that we get these partnerships with global organizations.
Oh, thank you. We are behind time. There are some clarifications that we need to make. How will you advise? Because it's one thing that we are lacking in terms of partnership as an entrepreneurs. How will you advise they come into partnership to get bigger loans or grant? Yes.
I'll first touch on the importance of partnership and collaboration in business. Sometimes you might have an idea and you might be sleepy into thinking that you can do it all alone. Trust me when I say it's better to understand the partnership. Find someone that has who you share the passion with, someone that has a similar dream as you have, and pull your strengths together and do it together. With Fido, you don't necessarily have to be in a partnership with someone because you are in for entrepreneurs and small business owners. But if you can pull your strengths together and form a company and get the documents that will give you a higher limit of loan, it's always better. So if you can do this partnership or collaborate with someone that you share a similar passion with, and put all the legal shock absorbers in place, then I think you go higher as a business.
Okay. Madam, my question is quality, the quality assurance. How do entrepreneurs have to go about getting the quality assurance before they do the export? What are the steps that they should take?
Thank you. To get the quality assurance, you have to go to the market and compare your products with other people's products and see whether your product fits for the market. You think that maybe your product is okay, you have the best quality, but no, you still have to search, go around, compare your product, and also you can give some of your product out to people to test and see whether you are doing the right thing. By doing that, I think you will know whether your product is quality or not. And also, there are some institutions that are into that.
Yeah.
That is FDA.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't just produce liquid soap and say you are selling it and it is quality. No. Unless Food and Drugs Board test the product and see whether it is okay before it will come to the market.
Okay. Our last question is to Madam Fido. What are some of the products Fido deals with? What are some? Because sometimes in banking, we have different types of loans, we have different types of support. So what are the types of loans? What are the types of financial support we give to Fido? So that when somebody is coming, this is what I'm coming for.
Thank you very much. So with Fido, we deal with personal credits, business credits. So those are our two main credits products. The third credit product is mobile device financing. So let me begin from the top. Personal credit is an individual, me, you, who wants credit to use authentically. You go on the Fido app, you on with the one card, you answer the list of questions, and then you get your first credit. Our engine will start telling you and how you repay your credits. As you are repaying on time, your Fido score goes up. As your Fido score goes up, you get a higher amount until you get to the maximum for personal credits. Yes. In your journey in your personal credits, you are able to access business credits at some point. And then for business loan in itself, as a business owner, you just want to go on the Fido app and access business credits. After going through the KYC with your card, you will have to upload a document. First of all, you can upload your MTN statement, a 2-month MTN statement, which I believe that most of us have. MTN Momo, you go on your Momo, you download 2-month statement and you upload it. Once it gets approved, you get your first Fido business loan. And as you repay on time, the amount is increased. So you get the maximum. The third one is mobile device financing. And that is we helping you get a mobile device, a mobile phone from an affiliate institution. So now we are partnered with Mastercard. As you get your 12th loan on the field, you are able to request a mobile device from Mastercard, you pick it up, and you repay it just like you repay your loan. The fourth one, which is our new baby, is our Easy Save product. It's a savings account that we have partnered Access to provide. So we know that as we are doing business, we are taking credits. We also want to encourage entrepreneurs to save some money so that you have something to fall on in the dark days. So now we have Easy Save products.
We were with them throughout. We saw how outstandingly they performed in their course of study. So this is a citation to honor the following persons in specific areas. So first person is Alice Obing Larry. She is a top student in the artificial intelligence class. Mr. Mauli, we are proud of you for your dedication, your commitment. Kindly smile. Okay, so Mr. Wilson will say what's at stake for him.
So he also have his citation, but I think there was a challenge, so his citation will be duly presented to him. And then he's also getting cash to buy, at least to pay for your data for a whole month. So this is about 1,000 cedis worth of data, but it's coming in cash. Okay, thank you. God bless you. Somebody asked me during the break about the course we are running. So if you are here and you are an entrepreneur or you now want to start your own business and you don't know what to do, what we do at AEA is that if you don't have a business at all and you want to start your own business, you join our ideation class, which is our level 100 program. It's just 8 weeks, Saturdays only or Fridays only that you come for class, okay? And in our class, there is nothing like academic. So it is not about I have a degree, I don't have a degree, no. So in our class, we are open to everyone because business does not know classroom. So, but when you come to AEA, we teach you everything that they teach them in the classroom at your level so that you can be able to understand. But if you have your own business already, you have a business already, but you still want to learn about entrepreneurship more, learn about leadership, marketing, accounting, social media. There's something we call AI these days, right? How to use AI. All those things are taught at the Launchpad program that they are graduating from. It is how many weeks we had? 12 weeks. 12 weeks, also Saturdays only, and also we have the Friday only class. So you choose whichever suits you. We have, we also have the online version as well. The online class is even ongoing presently. So all these things are open to you. There's about 50% tuition fee scholarship available. So they are paying just about, the Launchpad class is paying, tuition fee is just 600 Ghana cedis. Just 600 Ghana cedis for your tuition. I don't know whether it will increase or not. That one, the Holy Spirit has not told me yet. And then, but if you already have your own business, more than 5 years, and you want to do our enterprise growth program, that one is 16 weeks. That is our mini, we call it the mini MBA. You've heard our MBA, right? So we call it the mini MBA program. It means it is what they study at the university at the MBA level that we are crashing for you into 16 weeks, plus business French and Chinese, business Chinese. And they will also be traveling outside to one other African country to go and exhibit their businesses. That class is also open for admissions now. So all our graduates, plus those who already have their businesses for more than 5 years, that class is also open to you. The fees for that is also very, very moderate. We ensure that we are not putting a lot of financial burden on you so that you can invest that money into that program. I'm sure it will just be about 1,000 cedis for the tuition fee for the whole 16 weeks. So you can imagine. So that is what we are doing. We also have admissions for our skills program. Communication design is one of our major programs we are running, where you learn how to do web design, graphic design, photography, videography, digital marketing, AI, all those courses in one. And that is a 1-year professional diploma program we run at Mountville here. That will be awarded by Mountville International University. So that is a diploma program, and that admission is also ongoing. The tuition fee for that one is 6,000 something, but it has a 40% tuition fee scholarship. So you are paying only 4,020 Ghana cedis for the whole 1 year. It will be divided into 2 tranches for you, so 2 semesters. That program is available. We have beauty and cosmetology also available. We have soap making and we call it home essentials, where you learn how to produce your own. All detergents, soaps, and everything is also available. And then we have pastries and beverages. Our courses are extremely practical, but mainly entrepreneurial. We are not teaching you for you to go and be looking for a job. So if you come to our place and you want us to, you want to graduate and go and look for a job, we will not encourage you. We will support you rather to build a business with the skill that you have acquired. Thank you and God bless you. We have an amazing Bobobo group that will give us some last Bobobo shake up and then we'll be out of here.